Welcome back. In this tutorial, I want to show you how to fold and cut a very accurate five-pointed star or a pentagram. Let's get started. This is an 8.5 by 11 sheet, which we will fold in half, like so. Be very accurate, take your time, pinch it in the middle, crease downward, crease upward. Now I notice that my folding was not as accurate as I would have liked to, but we'll continue. Now here's the very important mark. We need to mark 1/2 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will show you. This should be 1/2 inch marked like I have it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this corner, not this open corner, the one that has the fold, I'm going to bring that and place it right on that mark. I put my finger down here because I have to break. There's a tendency for the paper to fight back, and so by putting the paper here, I'm breaking the paper as I move it. So there we are. I will move it up to show you that that's exactly how it's being placed. Okay. Now we're going to fold. Notice that there's a line right here. We're going to fold this flap and use that line as a guide for the first fold. I'm going to use this triangle just as an edge, just to help me get that crease good and clean. Now, in anticipation, notice that we have one panel here, and we actually have two panels here. So there's going to be 4 more of these wedges on these two panels, because there's a wedge here, a wedge there, a wedge there, and a wedge there. That makes a total of 5 wedges. Alright, so now that we have one, I need to fold this back here. And so it's pretty important that we get this very accurate. Alright, this is the face that we want to have showing. We want this edge to show. So now we have to fold this part in the opposite direction, like so. So far so good. Crease hard. If you're using a normal sheet of paper, a white sheet, cheap stock paper, then this will be a little easier. I'm using this colored stock, which is a little heavy. Alright, now for the first cut. I'm going to cut across here, like so. Get rid of this excess. Open to a semicircle, and we'll count there's 1, 2, 3, 4. At the fourth vertex, we're going to draw a line from that vertex to the one at the top. So there we are, like that. And I want to show you something, which is that one of the edges forms a perpendicular, which satisfies one of the properties of five-pointed stars. Alright, Now we're gonna what we're going to use though is what we want is the fact that we want, let's see, we want this line to show up on our wedge. So let's use this wedge. Let's fold this back. Let's fold it like this, and then again like that. And here we can use either side because they both show up as long as we have one wedge. So there we are. We've got all the wedges are folded, and now we have this line. So although we can cut from either direction, I usually cut from the corner or this vertex because usually it tends to deform if you cut from the other end. And if you cut that off, then you open it up, and we will get a very accurate, I'll explain what I mean by accurate, very accurate 5-pointed star. Obviously this is the first symmetry, but that was too easy because that was our first one. So let's see if it's symmetrical on the second one. Ah, very nice. Very symmetrical. All the pieces are congruent. That's one line of symmetry that's true. Now we'll go for this one. Fold it in the opposite direction. And that's pretty good too. What I'm doing here is that I'm trying to show you that while you can cut a 5-pointed star in many different ways, it's quite a challenge to fold and cut one that is provable, or that you can support it with a little bit of geometry to show that your star, or this star in particular, is a very accurate one. And because it's so symmetrical, it's actually quite beautiful. See you in the next demo. Bye.